Like, you can't even play this in Pauper. What the fuck? Anyways.
Emerge is still casting. That is relevant. You can emerge
Yeah, Emerge is still
Yeah, you
casting,
still count
but
the converted mana cost.
like you'd have to have more than 4 or 5 Eldrazi in your deck to play it, and like that's probably a poorly built deck at that point.
Yeah,
probably.
but you would definitely play it with this card.
What?
Foul Emissary.
Foul Emissary. What does Foul Emissary do? It's a 3 mana 1/1, which when it enters, you look at the top 4. You may reveal a creature from among them and put it into your hand. Is that it?
No. It also has a sack trigger.
Oh shit. No, that's pretty good. Yeah,
When
this
you emerge, you
is
can-
this is what I'm talking about. Like, this card is going to be a really high pick. This is what we're talking about, because it's already a 2-for-1, although a mediocre one with a 1/1 for 3 mana. That probably gets you a creature off the top.
Not a 2-for-1. Not a 2-for-1.
Not an okay, fine, but like it gives you a chump blocker and draws you a creature most of the time.
Because sometimes you could miss and a 1/1
Right,
shot too.
but,
like,
you know,
can't, you know.
It is sacrifice fodder.
It's like close to a 3-for-1 if you consider the 3/2 Eldrazi coming. Sorry, I'm stretching my
Definitely.
I'm stretching my pie in the sky tendencies a little bit. I'm playing the foil to Noah's sanity, but I don't know.
I feel like all the little bits like add up into like a good card. Like,
yes, it really
you know,
is.
You don't want to oversell all the little part. Like,
yeah, definitely not.
It's not like overpowered with all the little things it does, because they're not perfect. But like
in this
put it all
specific
with
set,
a couple of emerge cards, like this is a card you're really gonna want.
In this set, it compares favorably to Augur of Bolas. 100%. Like you would snap rather have this than Augur of Bolas, and that's a decent card. Like you would probably play that.
In limited is often not quite as good.
Okay, it's like
pretty
deck
good in this
specific.
set with all the instance and sorceries.
Yeah,
that's kind of random.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe not the best comparison. Either way, like this is a very strong card in any Sultai combination of colors. And if you're gonna take it early, and it's gonna make you want to play those colors. So I think this is like a B.
Yeah, I have B-.
B sounds good.
All right, let's go. Gnarlwood Dryad for a 1/1 for 1 with Death Touch. I'm in already.
Yep.
And then it says it gets +2/+2 as long as there are 4 more cards. Okay, I'm in. Yeah.
Sure.
This card is very playable as a 1/1 Death Toucher for 1. There are lots of little synergies with Rabid Bite and Clear a Shot and other things that really want you to have Death Touch. There are some others too in red, I think, right?
Yeah.
Am I...
First strike on a Death Toucher.
Yeah, first strike on a Death Touch. Yeah, that's true. Yep. So there's a lot of little synergies with this, and this just belongs in every single green deck. You will never cut this ever.
Nope.
Ever. So, yeah, I don't know. What do we call this? Just like a B? This is a signal, but it's not like a super strong one.
Yeah, I have it a B-, but
I think it's more of a B- because it doesn't pull you into green. But if you do have it, you're very happy.
Well, and if you see this like 4th pick, you know green's probably open.
Right.
So, yeah, I like it. Great vanilla card. And we'll just keep moving.
And I don't think the Delirium adds too much.
No, the Delirium doesn't add much, but
like
it's
you're still pretty much just trading with something.
Right. Rabid Bite has no interaction with Death Touch. Is that true? That can't be
Rabid
true.
Bite
No,
does-
your creature deals damage, so yes, it does. Hopefully your friends didn't tell you that, and you haven't been playing wrong because your friends lied to you. But it definitely does have an interaction with Death Touch. All right, grapple with the past. 1 and a green for it. Instant. Put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then you may return a creature or land from your graveyard to your hand. So this is a Delirium Enabler that cantrips.
How does it compare with Vessel?
I think this compares... actually, that's a good question. Probably...
I think Vessel's a little better.
I think Vessel's a little better because it's an enchantment and it puts 4 cards into the yard. So this is almost never going to get Delirium on its own, and Vessel sometimes could do that.
Well, this also puts 4 cards in the yard because count including itself, but yeah.
Oh,
But, yeah.
well, no, but... Well, yeah,
No,
but then
you get a card back.
cheaping out on then you're not getting the card
Yeah.
back, right? So it puts 3 into the yard unless you're really desperate.
So
for
it's
Delirium.
1 less than Vessel.
Yeah, and it's almost and the bright side is you're almost never not going to hit off this, but that was also true for the Vessel.
Now, but this one you can just get anything back, right?
A creature or land.
Creature or land?
Yeah. So like late game, this is way better than Vessel.
Yes, definitely true. I think
that's
on
actually
balance,
pretty relevant.
Yeah, on balance, I think I'd rather have this than Vessel.
Yeah, I still feel like Vessel, but I could be wrong because it was like late game, like
Yeah.
you just get your bomb back.
Yep. The Rufus is correct that it costs 1 less than Vessel, at least when you consider the activation.
Yeah.
But it's not super relevant because on average you're probably casting Vessel on turn 1, or it won't matter how much Vessel costs.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't think the mana's
So the
too
mana cost
significant.
really doesn't matter.
No.
But yeah, I don't know. It gets better, the less instance you have, I guess, because it'll be the only card type of that type in your deck. I don't know if that makes sense at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. This is solid. It's more of an enabler than anything else, though.
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
I go like C plus. But...
Yeah, you're not going to play this in a red-green deck most of the time.
Yeah.
But
this
you
is
would play
this
it
is there
in-
for the delirium. You don't want
You
it as a
would
race deck.
definitely play it in green-black, and you definitely play it in green-white, probably.
Mhm.
I don't think you'd play it in green-red or blue very often, though. So I think I like it at C. Snow Schwartz has a very good summary of this. Worse Delirium Enabler than Vessel, but a better overall card. I am going to copy and paste that into my
Yeah,
Excel
definitely.
spreadsheet because that is a perfect description of this card. All right, Hamlet Captain, 2 and a green, or 1 and a green for a 2/2 human warrior, already playable. And then it says when it attacks or blocks, other humans you control get +1/+1. That's pretty strong at first glance. It's
Better than
not
Crossroads Consecrator.
broken because your opponent will probably have a blocker for this.
Mhm.
But I don't know. It's like if you just consider it as a vanilla 2/2 human for 2 mana, like it's playable.
Mhm.
And yeah,
Yeah, I don't think it's as good as in original Innistrad.
no,
You can
it's
just like
not.
travel prep on it and go nuts. I think that it's just gonna trade with something,
Yeah,
which
most of the
is
time.
so it's obviously fine, but yeah, I think the ability
Ability is not as
isn't
good as
doesn't
it
add
was, probably.
too much to it.
Yeah.
No.
Let's call this like a C plus. C.
Yeah, I say C plus.
It's not really a signal.
I like it constructed. It's probably good in the human deck.
Oh god.
but we'll see.
As if banned humans needed any help.
Yes.
All right, we have another green mythic, Ishkana. How do we pronounce? Where's the accent?
That sounds good. Ishkana.
Yeah.
Ishkana, Graph Widow. Legendary creature spider for a 3/5 with reach. I am sad that it doesn't have Death Touch, but it does have reach. When it enters the battlefield, if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, okay, so just Delirium, put 3 1/2 green spider creature tokens with reach onto the battlefield. And it has a really expensive ability that you're probably only ever using if you've gotten the Delirium off.
So this reminds me.
Yeah, probably.
This card reminds me so
7
much-
mana, take one, go.
Take one. Yeah.
Hilariously, that's probably going to happen sometimes, but
So this obviously is designed to be spider spawning, right? The 6 in the black is what the spider spawning.
yeah,
flashback
it is
does.
the spider spawning callback. Yeah,
So this is a pretty neat card.
a
Obviously-
3/5. Well, and if it doesn't, if it had no other text than 3/5 for 5 mana with reach, this would be playable in pretty much any green deck. Like you'd
Yep.
play it as a C or C plus.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
I like
very
it better
relevant.
than the other 2/5 like Warden or something.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean that could fog for a turn. I actually
Right,
kind
but
of like that.
but I think the extra power
yeah,
adds a
it,
good amount to
it
that.
does. It does.
Agreed.
So it'd be
No, I
very
would
comparable to
play
Watcher
it.
in the Wed.
Yeah. Now the thing is, like with Delirium, like
This
how
suddenly
often
becomes
do
absurdly
you
powerful. Yeah.
lose if you have Delirium, you cast it. I don't think like you're ever losing.
Almost
if
never.
you cast it with
No.
Delirium.
Especially not to spirits.
Yeah.
Um,
So like considering that, I mean, it's like a mid to late game card. You can
Yeah.
definitely have Delirium when you cast it. I mean, sometimes you might need to just play it on turn 5 because you're getting beat down. So
right. When you cast this, target spirit player loses the game. Kind
yeah.
of. I don't know. This is definitely in the B range. I don't think it quite cracks A minus, though.
No.
Yeah,
Like,
I
if-
think
if
if
in
you like
the-
build
yeah.
around it, I'm going for A minus with it. I'm going a little higher.
If you build around it, it's definitely in the A range because this is really hard to lose.
because yeah, I just don't think you lose if you cast it.
Yeah,
No.
I can get around B plus A minus. Yeah, the floor on this card is so high that
Like I'm not passing this card basically.
Mhm.
don't pass.
Like if it's
this.
first pick, I
Plus you could splash
maybe
this
that red
shit.
uncommon savage
Like
something.
you could be playing black blue and just randomly have like some way to splash it and just shove this in and be happy, you know?
Yeah, I mean
Like,
there
this
are
is-
ways to just get a bunch of stuff in your graveyard early, and then
Yeah,
you play
this
this.
is
you just
this is
win.
really nice. Hey, DeFruge, how's it going? Yeah, I haven't been online a lot for various reasons, but yeah, it's good to be back. Next card, It of the Horrid Swarms. This is one of the emerge cards, the second emerge card that we've seen so far in green. Costs 8 mana for a 4/4. So far, not great. But when you cast it, you get 2 1/1 green insect creature tokens on the battlefield for free. So it's basically 6 power, 6 toughness for 8 mana, unless you pay the emerge, which is 7 mana. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not super enthused about this.
Yeah, I think it's probably the weakest emerge creature.
Probably actually is the weakest emerge creature. And this kind of tests the limits, I think, of how good emerge as a mechanic is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you're casting on curve off the 3 mana search for creatures guy.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
So there it is possible to play with, like, if you have a bunch of those guys, I guess. But I don't think it's very good.
Right. I think that in green blue it's playable though.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you have, again, I keep going back to those 2 commons, but if you have those, this gets suddenly a lot better.
Right.
Because you have that value just waiting to be taken with this card.
Yeah, I think you just picked this up late because no one else really wants it.
Yeah, no one's going to want this unless they're in the deck, so I don't know. This is probably a build around.
It's fine off like a byway courier or something. I mean, it's still, like just as a turn 4 play.
Oh, that card makes so much more sense now. Wow, that just blew my mind. Yeah, Byway Courier just got a shit ton better.
Yeah, I see. I went deep. I went into Shadows. I looked through the set and just was like, okay, which cards change? You know?
It's true. Yeah, no, I was planning on doing that later, but I hadn't done that yet.
There's actually not a lot of cards that change, at least far as like significantly. And I think
Call the Bloodline got significantly worse,
but I think it's Call. I think it's just
inherently but it's inherently
powerful.
Black
Red Madness, like you need it so much.
Oh, of course.
I wouldn't really downgrade it.
Right, but the thing is, people were shoving Call the Bloodline into any deck running black, and I don't think they're going to do that anymore.
I might still do that. We'll see.
Yeah, it is an inherently pretty powerful card, but I think there's better, if you want that kind of thing, I think there's better ways to discard your cards in Eldritch Moon. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. This is probably like a C- or a C. I don't know.
Yeah, it probably has to be at least a C. Like, I feel like in any deck it's okay, like, because you'll play on like turn 4 or 5. You sacrifice something, but you get a couple creatures back.
Plus, it hoses all the enchantment removal. So, you know,
the
sleep paralysis is so bad right now. It is incredibly bad right now.
That's true. Yeah,
that's true.
In fact, well,
even Bound by Moonsilver got a lot worse.
Yeah, what did you do with the white aura? Because
I rated it pretty high.
Might actually be higher.
Yeah, I rated it pretty high, but now that we've gone through all the emerge, I'm like starting to regret that rating. Where did I rate it?
I have it as
Choking
a B.
Restraints. I just rated it as a B, actually. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like maybe the Priestess would be the #1 white comment.
I think Choking Restraints could be down to a B-.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of depressing, but whatever.
Yep.
White could use a hit anyways. But playable, especially in blue-green. All right, let's keep going. Kessig Prowler. Oh god, this card. This card is so good. 2/1 for 1 mana 2/1 in green. The sky is falling. This has never happened before.
Tendalion.
Well, the last time this happened was Dryad Militant, right? And that you could pay that with white too. So like green has never gotten a 2/1 that you could only pay for with green mana. And you could also transform it and it turns into just a straight 4/4 with evasion, sort of. Like not quite evasion.
More like it can't be multiple.
More like it's weird. Can't be double blocked. There's got to be a keyword for that. Or something. Maybe not. Challenge? I feel like they're going to make that a keyword eventually, but
they haven't been using that as much. They used to use that more often.
Yeah, it's true.
They have a keyword that doesn't have it.
Either way, can't be blocked by more than one creature. Pretty
It's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like that ability. It's one of the weaker like combat abilities you can put on a creature. But
it's a weaker combat
still
ability.
Nice.
Okay, true. It actually. Sorry, never mind. I interrupted. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's the fact that if they're chumping, they're still chumping. That doesn't change anything. It only becomes really relevant if they don't have anything good enough and they just have to keep chumping this. It forces them to chump.
Realistically, is probable.
Yeah.
Like, how often are you going to have something that's better than a 4/4?
I mean, as long as they have something comparable to a 4/4.
Okay, fair. Like if they have a 4/3, then yeah, the ability's not relevant. But if they have a sea of 3/3s, then this ability is very, very strong.
Yes.
So